Hello, everyone. No, I did not dye my hair. It's just the way I have it right now. It has all the gray parts kind of hidden. It is the holidays. It is the holidays. They come around faster and faster. They are here again. I just spent the entire day yesterday decorating. I even came down here and put up some. Some of you may have heard me talk about the fact that I've been taking my VHSs and transferring them. I borrowed a machine from a friend, and that's what I've been doing slowly. It's just going to take forever because I have quite a few of them, and it's a very slow process, but it's a fascinating process. I tell you, I know my memory's bad, but I look at it and go, okay, I know that's me because I'm looking at myself, but I don't have any memory of being there or doing that. It's crazy. That's, I guess, how old I'm getting, or how bad my memory's getting. I don't know. Maybe a combination of both. But it's been quite the experience to watch this stuff because I haven't seen it in ages. I mean, some of this stuff is up on the internet, I think, from PR and press that's been done in the past, but a lot of it, gosh, I haven't seen it in ages. Anyway, I thought that what I would do is put out these pieces of, the past and maybe give my thoughts and reactions to it. Maybe you might find that interesting. So to do this, I am wearing a very special sweater. This was made by my mother many, many years ago. My mother is really good at knitting, obviously, and she is Norwegian. And obviously the Scandinavian designs in sweaters are beautiful, really beautiful. They're very time consuming because you have to be counting all the time. But just really beautiful. I know somebody gave me this hat. I don't know who. Of course I don't know who, because I don't remember things. If you're the one who gave me the hat, put it in the comments. Let me know, because I like it. What am I showing you today? Well, I had shown you a little snippet of this song in a video, and you all said, more, show us the whole thing. So I thought, okay, I'll do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play it for you from start to finish. And then I'm going to play it again and give comments on it, commentary, thoughts, and memories of what went on, and thought maybe you might find that interesting. So, and just a disclaimer up front: the sound is pretty crappy, and there's a that's going to go on through the whole thing. This is not going to be recording quality sound by any means whatsoever. It is what it is. It's a VHS. Probably copied multiple times, and so it's just very blurry and whited out. You see what you see, but it's what we have. But hey, how many of you wanted to be there in 1990 to see the original production of Jekyll and Hyde? Well, this is it. So I decided that I would start with this one in particular because I did put a little snippet of it in a video once, and people were like, oh, please put the whole thing. So here it is, my entrance and my performance at the Red Rat of Bring on the Men in the 1990 production at the Alley.
Was a time, I don't know when, I didn't have much time for men, but this is now, that was then, I'm learning. Girl alone, or on her own, must try to have all the stone, so I try not to make it known. So let's bring drive a man right off his head, it seems. So many men, so little time. I want them all. Is that a crime? I don't know why they say that I'm too easy. They make me laugh, they make me cry, they make me sick. So God knows why we say we are the men at the fun beginning. A little touch of sin while we're another minute. Step this way, it's not for us to play. They say we may not pass this way again, so let's waste no more time. Bring on the men. They break your heart, they steal your soul, take you apart, and yet they somehow make you whole. So what's the game? I suppose the rose by the other day, the perfume, the trick's the same. Bring me some handsome men, some money and some men. I cannot stand some men, but I'm for ransom men. I welcome wealthy men, I fancy healthy men. So many things I long to tell thee, men. Come on, delicious men, tell me your wishes, men, your wicked wishes, men, not too ambitious, men, and I will do my best to honor your request. If it's within my power, be my guest. Give me some trusty men, some larger lusty men, no one a rusty men, my fellows must be men, no cranky crusty men, no people busty men. All that I ask is that they just be men. So let's bring on the men and the fun begin. A little touch of sin while we're another minute. Step this way, it's time for us to play. They say we may not pass this way again, so let's waste no more time. Bring on the men. It's not every day I rumble by as gents like you just dropping by. Before you go, you know just why you came here.
Of that, my dear, I've little doubt. One only has to look about. It's not too hard to figure out the game here. And would you do?
Don't ask me. Cheers. You got a name, Blue Eyes?
Henry.
Well, Henry, aren't you gonna ask me what I'm doing in a place like this?
Well, actually,
I'm in between engagements at the Royal Albert Hall. So I guess this must be your lucky night. Here's to the night, here's to romance, to those unafraid of taking a chance.
I think I've taken enough for one day, and I have learned to my cost. It's not the fun that it might be once you have lost.
Oh, a shame if you only knew the games we could play, the things we could do. Yet I can see you're not up to the chase. But if you're ever in need, I am the girl, and this is the place. Come to me.
It's getting late. I have to go. If any time you never know, you need a friend.
Dr. Henry Jekyll, 46 Harley Street.
He's here. He wants to see you now. He said now, Lucy. Now means now.
Sorry, love, I gotta go. But thanks for this.
I don't like it. Fancy our Lucy, do you? Come back. She'll be here.
A little less socializing and a little more soliciting might prove more profitable to us both, Lucy. I don't give lodgings and a responsible position in any of my houses to girls who sit around hobnobbing and drinking gin. This will cost you 60% of the week's earnings instead of 50, Lucy.
Yes, sir.
Fortunately, I'm in a good mood tonight. I shall come to you at midnight for my pleasures.
Dr. Henry Jekyll, 46 Harley Street. If any time you never know, you need a friend.
Okay, so I let the whole thing run through from beginning to end uninterrupted so you could watch it. And then I thought I'll play it again and stop and start and make some comments here and there. First of all, can I just say that is like one of the greatest ways to come into a show ever. To get to walk across a catwalk. Center, I mean, that's taking the epitome of center stage and just taking it to the 10th power. It's great.
There was a time, I don't know when, I didn't have much time for men, but this is now, that was then, I'm learning. A girl alone, all on her own, tried to have all the stone, so I try not to hidden all my yearning. I'd like to say goodbye, I've tried to show I have no need. I really do. I don't succeed. So let's bring on the fun begin. A little touch of sin while we're another minute. Step this way, it's time for us to play. They say we need a touch this way again. So let's waste no more time, bring on the band.
Starting right off with the outfit or lack of outfit. Yeah, that was a corset, and a little bit of fluff around the hip, like a little bit of fluff, and fishnet stockings, and that's pretty much it. And these little gloves. I have to say, it was a little tough, I'm sure, for my dad to watch this show. To see his little girl up there playing Lucy the prostitute, strutting around, you know, with everything out there, with very little on, doing somewhat sexual kind of stuff. Yeah, it was it was interesting, and it was particularly tough for me to concentrate on the show when I knew my dad was in the audience, and obviously they came down for the opening in 1990, so we saw it a few times then, and of course they saw it when they went to Broadway again. So yeah, believe me, whenever my dad was in the audience, I knew it.
I always knew, I always said, that silken lace in black and red will drive a man right off his head. It seems so many men with so little time. I wanna know, is that a crime? I don't know why they say that I'm too easy.
I like the costumes though. I like these costumes probably the best. And what I really loved was my wig. I had the most gorgeous wig. It was made by hand by a really excellent wig designer in Manhattan, who came and measured us all, the leads, and made these wigs made this wig for me. I mean, it was just unbelievable, and it was this dark red color that looked really good. And it was initially styled, or it was originally styled for me, and it was just it was huge. And then of course it would get destroyed because every night I would be killed. It would it had get some blood in it. It had to be washed, and it had to be washed and curled literally every day. And there was someone obviously washing it, and but I did all the curling and styling of my own wig. I think I asked to do it, and I really enjoyed it. It was time consuming. I'm fairly good with hair, but yeah, I can tell in this particular whatever night this was that the show was filmed, that I was doing, I had the wig. So I had to make all those curls and this really long, very full wig every single day. But it was worth it. I wish I'd had that wig on Broadway and that color, because it was the best, definitely, by far.
They make me laugh, they make me cry, they make me sick. So God knows why. We say we are the men at the fun begin. A little touch of sin while we're another minute. Step this way, it's not for us to
all these girls were so great, and each one was very individual looking and a lot of fun. And they're all probably great dancers, right? And we all know I am not. I never done any dancing. I've never had dance lessons, so this whole dance section was very much dumbed down for my ability, I think. Um, it's pretty funny to watch it. I mean, I think it was fairly effective, but those girls could have been just going crazy, doing some real dancing behind me, but that would have made me look pretty pathetic. I look pathetic enough as it is.
Bring me.
Oh, this was the part that was the hardest to do with my dad in attendance. Yeah. This we did. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about it.
Some money and some men. I cannot stand some men, but I'm for ransom men. I welcome wealthy men. I fancy healthy men. So many things I long to tell thee, men. Come on, delicious men. Tell me your wishes, men. Your wicked wishes, men. Not too ambitious, men. And I will do my best to honor your request. If it's within my power, be my guest.
Here we go.
Give me some trusty men, some large lusty men, no wanna rusty men, my fellows must be men, no baby crusty men, no people musty men, all that I ask is that they just be men.
Oh yeah, and I remember I used to be a little bit out of breath by the time I got to this point. After just that much dancing, I would, and having to sing at the same time. I remember that moment when I got up in the chair and I sang that. I remember it was like, oh, I'm a little out of breath. I don't know how people that really dance and try to sing at the same time do it. I think that's why most of them lip sync, because it's not easy.
So let's bring on men and the fun begin. A little touch of sin while we're another minute. Step this way, it's time for us to play. They say we may not pass this way again, so let's waste no more time. Bring on the men.
Nellie, the one that's my friend, the one I'm interacting with the most here. She was great. She had such a cool look, and we were friends during this whole thing, and we had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun during the tour as well. Okay, so obviously this is the original Jekyll and Hyde. This is Chuck Wagner. He and Frank were in the at USC together in the theater department. That's how they met. And Chuck was, of course, right away. Frank pegged him to play Jekyll. He was developing the show back then, and it was always going to be with Chuck in mind. And he really was great in the part, because the thing that was so cool about the 1990 production is it just didn't take itself too seriously. It had that right amount of element of camp, just enough. I don't know. It just really was the truest production of the show. It was what the show was always meant to be. It's just a shame, it's really a shame that it wasn't able to go forward, because it changed. It changed over the years, and so yeah. But Chuck was great, really great, and fun. A lot of fun to work with.
It's not every day I run the park Gents like you just dropping by. Before you go, you know just why you came.
Of that, my dear, I've little doubt. One only has to look about. It's not too hard to figure out the game here. And yet I sense there's more to you.
It's funny watching this because that move I did there when I put my head down and I looked like I was just, going this way. What I was actually doing, I'm pretty sure, because I know myself, I know what I had a hair that was bothering me. And so I was going like this as subtly as I could, and I'm pretty sure I pulled it out of the wig to get rid of it.
You flatter so, you really do. Without a chance.
What would you do?
Don't ask me. Cheers. You got a name, Blue Eyes?
You got a name, Blue Eyes? And he does have blue eyes.
Henry.
Well, Henry, aren't you gonna ask me what I'm doing in a place like this?
Well, actually,
Actually, I'm in between engagements at the Royal Albert Hall.
I'm in between engagements at the Royal Albert Hall. That was supposed to be a funny line, but it really wasn't.
So I guess this must be your lucky night. Here's to the night, here's to romance, to those unafraid of taking a chance.
This is the start of my hat choreography.
I think I've taken enough for one day, and I have learned to my cost. It's not the fun that it might be once you have lost.
Oh, what a shame, if you only knew the games we could play, the things we could do. Yet I can see you're not up to the chase.
Nobody loves a good metaphor more than me.
But if you're ever in need, I am the girl, and this is the place. Come to
It's getting late.
See, right there, that's why Chuck was great, because he played that little bit of camp with the crack in his voice perfectly.
I have to go. If any time you never know, you need a friend.
Dr. Henry Jekyll, 46 Harley Street.
He's here. He wants to see you now. He said now, Lucy. Now means now.
Sorry, love, I gotta go. But thanks for this.
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
Fancy our Lucy, do you? Come back. She'll be here.
A little less socializing and a little more soliciting might prove more profitable to us both, Lucy.
See, the difference between the 1990 production and what ended up on Broadway is that we had the character of Simon Stride much, much more developed, a bigger role in the play, really. I liked this concept a lot. In fact, that's where Good and Evil came from. That was his song. And then they really took that part and pared it down. I think they thought it was stealing too much thunder from the Jekyll role, but that was in part because Bill Nolte, who played him, was just so incredible in the role. He really was. He was more menacing.
This will cost you 60% of the week's earnings instead of 50, Lucy.
Yes, sir.
Fortunately, I'm in a good mood tonight. I shall come to you at midnight
I shall come to you at midnight.
for my
but I think that could have been worked on, should have been worked on, because I don't know, I think it added an element that was to the play that was good. But that's the way it went. And I think it also added to the Lucy character. It added more sympathy, even. I mean, she was a sympathetic character to begin with, but I think it was even more so when the stride part was there, because you saw how she really was trapped, trapped into a pretty crappy world. It made you feel for her more. Yeah.
Dr. Henry Jekyll, 46 Harley Street. If any time you never know, you need a friend.
I've often been criticized, well, not often, but I've heard criticisms or read criticisms of me on the internet, from people who thought I was just angry playing, that's all I did was play angry. Yeah, I see some of that here, but I think the reason for that is because I think if a person is in the kind of situation that she found herself in, but is really in and of themselves a strong person, that they would be angry about their situation and really hate being there and want something else, and trying to kind of fight back. And me personally, I am a strong person, so that's how I always saw Lucy. I didn't see her as a young, girly, little, kind of weak, meek, feel sorry for me kind of a character. So yeah, that's why I played her that way. So interesting. It's really, really interesting to watch it now. Obviously, I haven't seen this in a bazillion years. But it does. It brings back so many memories. That was a magical time in 1990. I always say it was like Camelot. Like, we could do no wrong. We came into town, rehearsals, those weeks of rehearsals of Jekyll and Hyde, the original Jekyll and Hyde, were probably the most fun I've ever had in my entire life. Because I'd never experienced anything, like it before. And there's always something when it's the first time, you do something, and then to have it be so successful and get such great reviews, and really literally be the toast of the town, and have the run extended. It was always only meant to be a limited run, and be on all the local television and all the papers. Yeah, magical time. So I know only so many people were ever able to be there to watch that. So I put out this little snippet, and I have some more to come. So anyway, this was the first one of a throwback, a way, way back. And it reminds me of that line from Tootsie, how far back do you want me to pull? Cleveland? This was to Cleveland, so going way back. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and more to come.